Thank you.
Start over again.
Thanks so much for your patience, everyone. Sorry about that. We are live on YouTube now. Again, we're in the Budget and Finance Committee. Those committee members are Lombardo, Amobian, Fusco, Boyes, and Bolden. There was a motion by Fusco to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. That passed 4-0, and then Councilwoman Amobian joined us just after that vote. The first item that was read in was the ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of not to exceed the $475,419.75 of bonds to pay in anticipation of the collection of special assessments heretofore levied, the property owner's portion of the cost of improving certain streets in the city and declaring an emergency. Sorry to make you have to repeat, but thanks so much.
So this is the bond, this is a special assessment bond, and this will pay the cost, the property owner's cost of the 2023 sidewalk program.
Very good, very good. And again, any questions from committee members or council members? And I don't see any, and you're, yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, can I get a motion for consent?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. Consent agenda. Our second item is an ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of notes in a principal amount not to exceed $13 million to pay the property owner's portion in anticipation of the levy and collection of special assessments of the cost of improving certain streets in the city between certain timber and I by providing street cleaning services and street lighting and declaring an emergency. Mr. Fricker?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is our annual street cleaning, street lighting, special assessment note. Once again, it is $13 million. That's the same amount that we have done for several years in a row now. We have not increased the amount. This is a one-year note that will be paid back by the assessment to the property owners that we collect next year.
Very good. Any questions from committee members or council members? And is consent agenda okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Motion for consent agenda?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, consent agenda. Third piece this afternoon is an ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of not to exceed $2,062,879.56 of bonds to pay in anticipation of the collection of special assessments heretofore levied, the property owner's portion of the cost of improving certain streets in the city and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So these are also assessment bonds. These will cover the costs of resurfacing projects that occurred from 2021 through 2023. So various, because we have different programs within each one of those years. So those projects have been completed and certified now, so this will cover those costs.
Okay, very good. Questions from committee members or council members? No questions? Consent agenda?
Consent is fine.
Okay.
Motion for consent?
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Very good. Our fourth item is an ordinance ratifying the actions of the Director of Law in executing an agreement or agreements with Tyler Technologies for the purchase of a kiosk, software to operate the kiosk, and for the integration of the kiosk into the Tyler supervision product and declaring an emergency. Director of Law, Deb Matz, is in the house.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the municipal court got a grant from the Supreme Court of Ohio in the amount of $90,300. I'll be honest, I have no idea exactly when they got that grant, but it expired September 30th of 2025. Hence the reason why we had a little flurry of activity late last week in order to get that agreement signed before the grant expired so that we could be invoiced and pay for the kiosk so that then the Supreme Court could reimburse the court for the amount of the purchase. So the only thing that the court will actually be responsible for is the annual maintenance, which in the initial term of this agreement is $2,200. And it goes up by 5% each year after that, so it'll never, in the initial term, 3-year term, ever get over $3,000.
Okay. So what is it exactly, I mean, to purchase of a key, I mean, I know what a kiosk is.
Right. So it is going to run software that is compatible with Tyler Supervision. That's the software that the probation department uses to monitor probationers once the court puts them on probation. And so it'll, I think one of the biggest benefits probably is that it will give them the ability to report. So if they don't have the tech necessary, they can roll into the building, go up to the kiosk, report to their probation officer, and remain in compliance with the requirements of their probation. I think it also enables them to do remote conferences with their probation officer. I think those are probably the two biggest benefits, but the point is to make it more convenient for probationers so that they can, in fact, remain compliant with their probation.
Okay. And so, again, the only cost is going to be the maintenance or the annual maintenance? Okay.
Yes.
It's not on the legislation, the 2,200, but anyhow, is there any other questions from committee members or council members? We have a committee member, Councilman Fusco.
Thanks. The flurry of activity at the very end, what happened?
So I got an email from the court administrator indicating that the contract had been put into matrix and the grant was expiring, and could we please get it signed?
Okay.
And I asked if we could extend the grant. There seemed to be some confusion over whether or not that could be done. Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. Ultimately, the decision was made to go ahead and sign it and get it done so that we could take the benefit of the grant.
Yeah, sure.
Just curious, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, I don't see any other questions. What would be your pleasure for this ordinance?
Suspension of the rules, please.
Suspension of rules, okay. I get a motion to suspend the rules with a favorable report?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. We'll see that's on the suspension of the rules. Thank you so much. No other business coming before us. The Budget and Finance meeting is adjourned.
That is our final committee meeting of the day. Council will meet in regular session at 6:30. Thank you.